Rockwell.
Test.
Check.
Test.
Oh, I'm checking it. Hi there, I'm Hyperlink.
Hi, I'm Cell. And we're just basically gonna...
Yeah, I think that's right.
I mean,
that's good. Okay.
I do like the idea of it just being like, we're gonna, like, end it something.
Yeah.
Just 6 seconds of silence.
And then directly into the first question.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, cool,
Okay, great.
cool.
Why the liberal fascination with Spider-Man?
That's a really, really good question.
Seems
Alex.
like liberals can't get enough of fucking Spider-Man, and I don't get it.
I think Spider-Man is a leftist. I think Spider-Man represents like this immigrant story where you're just like this young boy and you just like become empowered. Am I thinking of Superman?
I think you're thinking of Superman. That's definitely Superman.
All right, so what do we know about Spider-Man's origin story?
Spider-Man is a sticky little boy whose uncle died tragically.
Okay.
And now it's now.
So it's just about, I mean, I could still see that as like an inherently like American ideal of like
being sticky. I agree.
You just like wake up and find yourself in like this war-torn universe and you just have this enormous power after World War I.
Let's talk about Spider-Man's relationship with things being war-torn, because New York City is always embroiled in conflict.
Constantly.
But it's never one that is represented in destroyed buildings or loss of human life.
Right.
It's like a purely fantastical conflict between a very green man and a very red and blue man.
Right. Well, I mean, at that point, New York is just your backdrop. Do you know the lore, like the canonical reason in the comic books why why there's never any fallout?
I think it's because Spider-Man's so good at being Spider-Man that no one can ever die.
It's
like,
actually
instantly there.
It's actually, if only it was that. There's
Wait, you know there's a real
lore. There's a real lore reason.
Shit.
There's unironically like labor that is done. There are companies, there are like government contractors that all they do is clean up after superhero messes. And there's like a couple like, you know, short run comic series where it's just like, wow, we got to pick up the mess because the Green Goblin, you know, blew up Times Square again.
I'm so much more interested in these companies and the people who work there than any of the nonsense cockamamie bullshit of Spider-Man mourning whatever.
Right, like, oh my god, I'm so upset.
Right.
You know, oh my god, my uncle, I have to thwip and swing. Maybe liberals just like thwipping and swinging and hate laborers.
I think that definitely one of those is true.
Yeah,
absolutely one of them.
Yeah.
But I think that Spider-Man is a limber blue twink, and I think that he loves to dance.
He's red.
He's red and blue, and he dances from the sky tops, and he sings a little song. He sings fa la la as he kind of goes.
He's doing that. He's taking his top hat on and off.
No wonder.
He's like tapping his cane against the side of the Empire State Building as he like does a little dance, a little singing in the web.
Hello, my baby. That's my classic Spider-Man voice.
That's exactly what it sounds like. It's kind of amazing.
Here's my Spider-Man impression again. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Ha la la. So it's very that.
It is so exactly like that. He's like very festive for his superhero.
He is spry.
He loves the Christmas season, the holiday season.
Oh yeah, and he looks good.
I mean, at the very minimum, he looks.
Oh yeah.
I mean, is he like a child?
No.
I'm not sure about that. Is he a man? Is the man just sort of like a moniker, or is
Spider-Man?
Yeah, but that could be
adult.
anything. I mean, fuck. Batman. Oh, I guess that is a man. Batman is a man. Superman is a man. That's like 2 out of 3 being actually men for sure. So we can sort of extrapolate. I figure if you were dating Spider-Man, something I would want, and let me lay this on you. You're walking down the street and he whips by you and just goes right in the cheek and just
that
flies
is canonical.
Up.
That is 100% canonical Spider-Man.
I can't believe they did like a slow motion kiss in the movies where he comes down, he's upside down.
That is like an iconic American cultural moment though, is the upside down kiss.
Why is that?
It's
because
like,
it sounds like your nose in the chin. I don't know.
Now, nose in the chin is an unexamined feature of the Spider-Man kiss, but I think it's just like there's so few new ways to kiss. We've got
That's a problem. That is.
We've got cheek. What's next?
Nose,
right, and half of those aren't even good. Throat, okay.
Yeah, okay, but that's like
ear.
That's like an upgraded kiss. That's like a kiss on another. That's
so it's like it has the benefit of being PG,
right?
But it also has the benefit of involving a mouth.
It's just a little lewd. The upside down kiss.
It's just right.
It's like just a little, okay, this isn't exactly how a kiss should be. Mm-hmm. I can see that. Liberals love like stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Liberals love kissing upside down, and they love, actually...
fast-talking journalists.
I wanted to bring this one up too.
Yeah.
Why the British fascination with orphans?
Okay, do you want my real answer?
I think I do, but I think I know what it is.
I mean, like, as the first country that was embroiled in the Industrial Revolution, there were a lot of, like, fucked up accidents, and there were a lot of people that just left as orphans.
You took that in a different direction. I was going to say World War II.
World War II was like nothing to the English. They've been just facing down like the blunt barrel of modernity.
It was not
shrugged it off. It was nothing to them.
That's not true.
I've read a couple books. I know for a fact that they're not interested.
Wait. Okay, this is actually real though. Do you remember in like middle school, we read this book that was like about like a straight up an English child who gets sent on a train during World War II to the countryside to live with a complete fucking stranger?
Isn't that like how Narnia kicks off?
No, Narnia kicks off because they go in a big closet and are transported to another world.
They're in that closet, isn't it?
They're just at boarding school, right?
No, I think.
Or do they also get on a World War II train?
They get on a World War II train.
Oh no!
Yeah, the UK. I mean, that's the only story they have. They have 2 stories: industrial accident
and World War II
World War II train. Harry Potter, World War II train.
Oh shit! Harry Potter really is a World War II train.
Doctor Who though is an industrial accident story.
That's a very small train.
You know,
that's a very small train.
A 1-car train. Were you ever like a Doctor Who person?
I watched exactly 3 episodes of Doctor Who because I had a Tumblr.com subscription. I love tea.
I loved it.
How was that?
It was hard.
It was difficult.
Well, I didn't know I was gay.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard.
It's hard. Hey, David Tennant will break that out.
Okay, I think he is a good doctor. Is he a good person? No.
My Yelp review of David Tennant.
Of my doctor. I mean, like, there was Christopher Eccleston, who's the 9th Doctor. He had, like, a leather jacket, short hair.
The bald one, right?
It was, like, kind of cropped hair. He had, like, an industrial accident kind of story with his hair.
Did you have a PS3 back in the day?
Yeah, I did.
Did you play the game Infamous?
Oh, I loved that game.
Why is he the dude from Infamous?
He's nothing like that dude.
What? I want you to Google image search for me. Doctor. No.
All right, go.
Infamous dude has
Doctor.
With the leather jacket. Infamous dude. It's the same fucking dude minus electricity. No, he didn't wear a beanie.
Of socks up to the leather jacket.
I would say that the only difference between these 2 human beings is electricity powers, but that's not true because the Doctor has fucking electricity powers with his magic little doohickey.
All right, so I'm looking at Infamous, and I hope everybody at home is like looking at this.
Everyone at home, please pull out your phones and Google image search for the Infamous.
Let me describe it. He's got these like cargo pants on, bright yellow jacket, extraordinarily broad shoulders, obviously a lightning power. He looks like he plays soccer. Got like cut from like a professional team.
Oh, he has like a huge David Beckham energy to him.
The Infamous dude we're talking about.
Yes. I mean, they're interchangeable, but yes.
No, absolutely. I'm curious if they like had a model they based him on.
It was
like all the people in
9th Doctor.
Okay, so now I'm looking at the 9th Doctor.
Yeah.
The only thing they have in common is short hair and maybe that they used to play soccer.
They both look like former soccer players.
No, I mean just straight up. Okay, there is an angularity that like kind of works in the jaw.
They're the same person,
but it's not there.
Okay, I'm coming to the other side of the microphone
because it's just been me. All right, so we're a little side by side.
Okay,
Infamous Man.
First of all, I love this boy. Oh my god, his shoulders are broad.
Really broad.
This dude's shaped like the letter Y.
Like totally top heavy. I'm surprised he needs the electric powers to stay standing.
That's unbelievable.
All right, now I'm gonna switch
show me the other guy.
Real quick.
Show me the other guy. That's the same fucking
It is absolutely not.
I definitely was
absolutely not. No, there's no way.
That's the same dude.
There's no way.
Short haircut.
And
right.
And
that's his only defining feature.
Okay, so there is a certain British type. Yeah, well, that's a whole other thing. Yeah, no, I would. Okay, here's what I'll give you. I think the Infamous Man looks British.
They both look British?
Yeah, they both do. Yeah. But that doesn't mean they look alike.
Yeah, no. No, he looks good.
There's 2 English stories, but there's a number of English-looking men, I think we can say. Could I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
Is there ever a good excuse to enter a cave?
Yes, absolutely.
What are they?
It's like you're on like a little hike. It's like, and you're with like maybe like your sweetheart or like a band of misfits and you're all together and thunderstorm and it starts crackling down as rain crackles and you sprint into the yawning mouth of an open cave and one of you has like a little torch and it lights your way and you kind of cast the light inside and it's like iridescent with like stalagmites and stalactites and you're like, this is an amazing discovery and like maybe you like sit in a circle by the fire and like tell some little secrets and then all of a sudden like you cast your light toward the wall of the cave and there's like the shadow of an enormous looming bear and he growls really loud and you all go ah and then you run out of the cave.
Sounds to me like that's not a good excuse to enter a cave.
But the
experience, there's a bear in there.
That's
You're
part
gonna
of
get eaten.
Life has conflict, Sella.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it does, and almost always in a cave.
That's what I'm saying. But sometimes you need to have. Well, you're telling me we can't have any adventures.
No. I'm not saying you can't have adventures. I'm saying that there's no good adventure to be had in a cave.
What are you fucking talking about?
Someone's leg is going to be broken, and they're going to be pining for the outdoors. They're going to be looking out. They can see the rain, and they'll be like, I can't get out. I'm in a cave.
You don't want to be in the rain. You're trying to get out of the rain. You go inside the cave, have an adventure in the cave, run back out.
Would you rather be
oh
wet
God.
or like have a broken leg and eaten by a bear? Taken by cave dwelling?
The time you've told your secrets to your friends, and you see the bear in his big shadow, and you all do the one big scream together, the rain is stopped. That is like a 2-hour period.
I don't know. Do you know what this is reminding me of?
What?
You ever see Over the Hedge?
Did I ever see
so
Over
I've come
the
up
As
with
a furry, first of all.
I think there's one good reason to go into a cave.
Okay.
You're a small raccoon and you're stealing a shopping cart full of treats.
There's not going to be a shopping cart full of treats in a cave, though.
Well, and Over the Hedge there is.
Did that actually happen Over the Hedge?
Yeah, it's like the kind of the thing is he stole from a bear, obviously in a cave.
The bear
he stole a big shopping cart full of treats.
The bear stole. Okay.
No. Sorry, that was really aggressive. But I need you to get this right.
No, all right. No, let's get this right.
Let's get it right once.
I have the IMDb up right here.
I don't. This is all from memory. All right, the raccoon, who I believe is played by Bruce Willis, but I can't be sure. He's a thief. He's a little sneaky boy.
Yeah.
He enters the bear's cave, and the bear has just snacks strewn everywhere. Like this is the vagary of mankind's diet and what it's done onto the natural world.
Little satire.
It's kind of like a pointed sort of comment.
Eating a
on our
Twinkie, are you,
society.
Mr. Bear? Okay. Really civil about our society.
Corn syrup, eh?
Okay.
Very interesting for an earth sign sort of thing.
Little frappuccino for you, Mr. Bear.
A little caffeine, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got to keep yourself going.
Morning
Gotta
Joe,
produce.
number one
Gotta
sauce.
Produce, huh?
I see what you're
Gotta
saying.
get in the factory.
Okay.
Have an industrial accident. To continue.
What were we talking about?
I don't even. Yeah. Okay. The plot of Over the Hedge.
Oh, right.
He creeps around in the cave and he steals all of the good stuff. And I think there's like probably one thing that he loves. It's like his favorite thing. He's like, oh my god, he's got the crunchers.
If you were a raccoon, what would your favorite snack be?
Some sort of corn chip.
Yeah, you're right.
Like a flavor blasted corn chip.
Yeah. What it honestly
exactly
it's the Trader Joe's corn chip that's got
You love
fucking. I love that little
No,
chip.
describe it for the
It's
listener.
like it's got like they call it a street corn flavoring, but you dip that in the guacamole.
That's really good.
To me, it's a special little treat.
Definitely. So Bruce Willis, the raccoon, steals it, puts it all in a shopping cart. The bear wakes up. He flees. He shoots off down the mountain, destroys it all, and he spends the whole movie hoodwinking other creatures to get like the food back for the bear who's threatening to eat it.
Scene. I thought this was the I thought this was like the central conflict of Over the Hedge, but it's like
it is the central conflict.
Well, it sets it up.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Do you want to literally watch Over the Hedge tonight?
I think we kind of should get drunk and watch Over the Hedge.
I'm super down for that.
Let's do that.
Okay, great.
I loved that movie.
Anyway, then I basically cut about 10 minutes of us talking about the plot of the movie Over the Hedge in the PS2 game of Over the Hedge.
Like, oh my god, that's a good character.
Yeah.
I look forward to watching this movie tonight. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, sure.
Do you think that there's like kinds of magic we haven't seen yet?
Kinds of magic?
Yeah. Because then, like, allow me to forward, like...
Yeah,
like,
please.
I mean, you might know, some of our audience might know, big fan of the Elder Scrolls series.
I do know that about you.
Yeah, you do know that about me. Well, magic in that universe is artificially, academically separated into, like, a series of disciplines. Mm-hmm. You've got your destruction magic.
Okay.
That's, like, lightning, fire, ice, your classics.
Right.
You have, like, mysticism, which is, like, a catch-all. It's, like, you use that to, like... see things with your mind. You do like fun things like there's illusion, which like affects a human person's brain. There's like conjuration, allows you to pull a sort of creature out of like oblivion or whatever it is.
Right,
do you think that there's like a type of magic? I've just described like a handful of magic, and remember that magic is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. It is everything. But do you think there's a kind that we haven't known about yet, or even dreamed of?
I'm just thinking in terms of like law of large numbers, like really where I think this is going to come out. Like I'm sure that whatever the new type of magic is, like we've seen it. Like it's not that like we just haven't considered it to be magic yet.
That's like such a shame to me.
Yeah, like the magic of song.
That's a beautiful,
or
that's a beautiful magic.
The magic of dance.
You know what? I was initially resistant, but I definitely see that. That's a hypnotic sort of magician sort of thing.
Absolutely.
I think that like woodworking is a magic.
I would wood rendering. Yes.
You know that I love rendering.
Yeah. We're rendering
candle
that wood.
making, a magic.
Absolutely.
I think that there's like other magics, like drawing on a piece of cement. To bring it back to the
drawing
chalk.
on a napkin.
Drawing
Magic.
That is instantly magic.
Right.
So are we describing? Are we describing art?
Fair. I think that we might have been a little describing art. Okay. But
I think that would be
fine.
Okay.
Art magic is its own category.
It's a new category.
Yeah.
Done deal.
Is dancing under art magic or locomotive magic? Because I think that there's two really important categories there. Sometimes the way something moves
is magic.
Magical.
Absolutely. A roly-poly, ever seen one move?
That's magical.
That's fucking magic.
Or like a train.
Oh, a train is magic.
Yeah, a train.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so that's locomotive magic.
That is absolutely definitionally.
Do we consider dancing to be more like drawing on a napkin or more like a train?
I think there's kinds of dancing that are more like train and kinds of dancing that are more like art. And I refuse to. No, okay, I'll say. I think modern dance, that's an art magic. Absolutely.
Yes.
If you're like just doing like a little shimmy, you're just like wiggling your shoulders, you're just locomoting more than doing it's still magic.
Yeah.
I don't think it's art magic.
I think that stomp is locomotive magic.
Stomp is definitely getting you from A to B. You're making a lot of noise, but you're getting there.
The Blue Man Group, locomotive magic.
Oh my god, exclusive.
Not art.
Do not. If you tell me that the Blue Man Group is art, you and I are done.
You fucking idiot. That's locomotion.
If they talked, then it would be art.
Then it would be art.
What is the funniest thing the Blue Men could say while doing their routine? I like that he isn't just like reading a label like, oh yeah, I was thinking about like, there's a lot of calories. Yeah, they're like hitting all their
Let me pitch this one to you.
Yeah.
It's not clear if they've actually done anything wrong, but one of them just goes, uh-oh.
Every time. Oops. Yeah. Or even better, they're totally mic'd up and just like, just like little noises of not sure. Like,
oh jeez. And just like the show is flawless. They're doing it perfectly and it's so
There's
complex.
Flying everywhere.
Yeah, oh shit. Oh god. That's so funny.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh jeez. Even better, their mouths aren't moving and it's piped in.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. Holy fuck, would that be funny? Oh my god, it's just like, where's that coming from? Who's fucking up?
Who's
you think it's your neighbor? You're like, what?
Are you confused
okay?
right now? I'm actually extremely confident in this show.
I would love it if it was just heavy breathing.
Jesus.
All right, I think that the Blue Men could be different kinds of people.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there any Blue Envy group?
That'd be really good.
I wish.
Blue, hashtag blue, hashtag women, hashtag group.
Make sure you respect that. Toss a hashtag respect on that shit.
Everyone, when they walk into the show, is given a large piece of like corrugated plastic that just says respect on it in big font.
Just have to stick it way
throw
up
it on the stage. You just like a fucking It's like hazardous. They're like constantly like ducking down.
Maybe the noise they're pumping in is ow.
Yeah, and they're yelling,
throw that at me.
Please stop throwing that. But otherwise, how are they going to know that you respect them?
I mean, exactly.
Right.
That's how I respect women in my day-to-day.
Yeah, true.
I pelt them with heavy objects.
I have an enormous necklace, and it does say respect on it. And I take it off, and I like thwap it against the ground.
Make a big sound. Boom, boom, into windows.
Right,
like, I respect you.
And I've broken windows doing it, and I won't apologize.
Constantly. No, people apologize to you.
Yeah.
They're like, damn, we weren't being respectful enough.
And I just yell, you are welcome!
Yeah.
You are welcome!
You're exactly like that.
Yeah.
You were doing it 10 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. And I'm in a wide athletic stance. I'm smacking my necklace against the ground.
Totally focused. Jaw clenched.
I know.
Sweaty focus.
just grunting and yelling, you are welcome.
This is a Blue Man Group set. We did just do one. We did just kind of put one together.
I think they should let just about anybody in the Blue Man Group. I think
the audience should be like blue people.
Yeah,
Let them in.
Yeah, let the audience be blue too.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you show up blue to the Blue Man Group, you come across as a little bit overdressed, but I think that's not there.
It's just not done.
Yeah. My monocle pops off in the crowd of the Blue Man Group when I see that you've shown up yourself blue.
Well, I say.
Deary me.
I see they let just anyone in here.
I've heard of new kinds of theater, but this is a truly immersed audience. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, please do.
Just a quick one.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the movie My Dinner with Andre?
No.
What do you think it's about?
Oh god, this is gonna be so... I know that the very large boy of Andre is in it. They booked him. They got him.
They got him. No shit, huh? They got Andre.
Wide, big Andre is in the
him.
film.
Yeah.
Andre kicks down the door. He's massive, and he's got cool curly hair.
Yeah.
And he's got hands big enough to fit a whole beer can.
Okay.
Andre kind of like walks up to the
breaking
camera.
the floor, the hardwood under his feet.
Just kind of moves like, you know, in the Clint Eastwood Gorillaz music video where the gorillas walk back and forth.
Actually dope, but I can easily picture it.
Yeah, the gorillas go.
That's cool. I like that.
So he's doing that a lot. And you have kind of sort of like a weaselly sort of like thin kind of like bookish reporter who comes in. He's got like spiky blonde hair and round spectacle glasses, and he's got like a scarf around his neck, and he's like, I'm here to make my big documentary film. And this weaselly little boy asks Andre a bunch of questions, just whatever Andre does in response, which, I mean, sometimes it's like a verbalized answer, sometimes it's like a stunt.
Just a belch.
Right, whatever he does, and they just leave it all in. So it's like a full,
unedited.
Unedited.
Is it scripted, or is it
It's
live?
cinema verite.
Wow.
So it's just completely like, hello, my name is Gareth Merrill. I'm here to film my #1 documentary film of all time. Everyone knows the thick boy Andre is extremely loud and extremely here. So we're going to knock on the... And that's Andre.
Right. That's how he communicates. Oh, that's
That's him knocking on the door, and then he kind of like crushes like several beer cans in his hands, and he's like,
so many beer cans.
I'm known for wrestling, but I'm passionate about the art of film. And then like the little Weasley reporter's like, I didn't even and just kind of like doesn't really know how to handle it.
Right.
And it's really sort of about like the documentarian's failings.
Right, and how they fall in love.
And they do fall in love.
You know they do.
Folks, looks like I'm just as much a part of the universe, the film as Andre here.
Andre, I just want to have dinner with you.
Right.
And then that's like it ends.
And it's like candlelit.
Yeah.
And the last like 15 minutes, just like them staring at each other like silently over the food.
Yeah.
And like it's like the tension.
It's thick.
Yeah.
You could cut it.
Well, like I mean, wine is drunk. You know, the evening kind of sort of like languishes on.
Absolutely. They just left the Blue Man Group show hand in hand.
Yeah, and
like,
so
they don't know whether they should.
Yeah, it's like sometimes, you know, just one of those times when it's just like, well, I know how I feel, but I don't really know how Andre feels.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like one of those.
Oh,
and it's a little fun tension that's explored, and it's never really resolved. You're kind of left wondering, did they make it work?
Will they or won't they?
But of course, you know, the lore of the film is that it never does. So that's what I think happens in your big movie, Andre, Dinner Time.
Andre,
dinner.
That's beautiful.
I think it's good.
Thank you for that.
And I haven't seen it, but I will.
I mean, it's a little different.
Okay.
I think if you see it, it might be a little different from what you expect. But I think it might just be as good.
I actually have a related question.
Yeah.
How thick is too thick?
Impossible. Absolutely not. Sorry, we're talking about relative size right now, and that's something I love. In my opinion, like, I don't care about if a person is there, but in my opinion, like, objects, buildings, countries, cities, it doesn't matter to me. The thicker, the better. Okay. I think that the denser something is, the heavier it is, and the more massive that it is, the more entertaining it is, the more exciting that it is.
No.
I mean, it's almost like a sensual experience to me. Something that is thick, something that is like hefty to me is like, I mean, it drives the imagination wild. I mean, could you imagine a slim building, a splinter-sized building? Yeah. Absolutely not.
I like the idea of a one-person wide building. You go in and
that is cool. You've discovered, that's like a small elevator. Yeah, but I do like the idea of like a house that goes up and down and it's just one person. No, but imagine that, and it's the same, like the actual dimension of the space you can inhabit is that small. But the building itself, sprawling. It's just thick wall. There's no other room. There's no other purpose. There's no program.
That is really silly, but I think what I'm looking for is that imagining of when you pass the one-person wide building, you go, How is anyone in there?
The fun of it...
But yours is a normal building at first.
No.
Open the
It's,
door and you're
it's Titanic. I'm talking like a warehouse. I mean, it's huge. It is like desert warehouse size where like they come from all around to come in. But it's dense and there's one door and there's one... and it's like 10 feet tall. And people are like, what is the point of this? And it's just you enter the double doors that are totally faceless. And it's a one-person room and it takes you up and it takes you down. And the rest of it is just for show. But it is heavy. It is not a false prime. It is thick. It is hot. It is hard to deal with.
So the building is just an elevator.
It is just an elevator, but the walls around it are like, I mean, huge, like a mile long.
This building, while it is entertaining, is also so scary to me.
Oh my god, that's
There's nothing scarier than this
building. I mean, one of my like fondest recent memories that I had with my dad was going on a little road trip, and you just like once you leave LA. It's just desert. LA, it's a blight. It shouldn't exist. It's just on the edge of the sprawling Mojave Desert. And anytime you want to order something, it has to come from somewhere. Mm-hmm. And so often there's these huge, I mentioned it, there's these huge like distribution warehouses out in the middle of the desert. And like, my dad's like, I was like, please stop. I want to see this huge building. We're driving up. I just saw it on the distance. I thought it was like a dam. I couldn't understand what it was. It was literally like, I think it was like a Zappos like distribution center, but it was massive. It was faceless. And I was like, taken with it. I absolutely adored it. And it's like clearly like trucks come in and out, but it seemed abandoned. I mean, it's just like and it's just like huge. And there's like cameras, obviously, and like, you know, it has to be well lit at night because product comes in and out, and there ostensibly like people imagine working like that's hard.
Let me drive 45 minutes into the desert to get to work.
Yeah, well, I imagine there was probably some sort of like fun like McMansion neighborhood going on that they build those in the middle of the desert. Sometimes it's like, all right, here's like a huge subdivision, just everybody fucking lives here for no reason. It's like horrible. I mean, it's kind of alien. It's like imagine like coming across like an idyllic neighborhood on the moon. That's kind of what it's like.
That's insane.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that a big building is exciting.
I think that is exciting. Here's what this made me think of. Mm-hmm. You've seen the show Hole in the Wall?
No. Oh, yes. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
that,
absolutely.
but it's an elevator.
It's coming. You're coming up towards.
No. It's like because like the thing that you have to fit in the shape. Right. I want to have to do that, and then also like I'm just in there, and then I'm going up several flights. Otherwise, I have to take the stairs.
Wait. So hang on. I need you to break this down for me. So I enter a platform, a raised platform. I'm standing on it in my like one-piece jumpsuit, obviously.
Yeah, you're in the jumpsuit. You're just in like an office building in your jumpsuit.
Okay.
And you call the elevator,
right.
And the door opens, and it's a hole in the wall foam piece.
But is it coming to me horizontally, or like am I being like lifted static. Up and I have to slot myself? It's static.
You're already in the elevator. You're thinking you're already in the elevator? I'm telling you, you're not in the elevator yet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're on just like a normal office building. Yeah. You're in your hole in the wall jumpsuit.
Obviously.
You call a seemingly normal
Ding.
elevator, and the doors open.
Yeah.
And it's the foam piece from Hole in the Wall.
Okay.
And you have to get inside of it.
That sounds awesome.
And you get inside of it, and it's like in a weird shape.
Obviously,
like maybe you have to like get into like a crab walking position or like lean forward, and then you hit inside of there somehow the floor you want to go to,
myself in.
And the doors close, and you have to stay in that shape for the entire duration of your trip.
That is scary. That is claustrophobic. I mean, I really don't like that very much. I obviously love it, but I don't like it. Do you know what I mean?
Here's the real question for you.
Yeah.
Let's pretend you're at your normal job.
Yeah.
And you hit the elevator, and that is what is there.
Damn.
Do you get in?
Of course. I got a job to do, honey. I got bills to pay.
It looks like I'm putting up with this today.
That is it. I mean, you know.
I feel like I would really call a second car and see if I can avoid that
second
elevator.
Car?
Well,
it's not a lift.
Sometimes there's two elevators, and you hit the button again, and another one comes.
I don't know about that. Have you ever seen these, like, there's a word for it, a funky word for it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's an elevator that's always moving. This is something I think you might like a lot.
It's a train.
No. It is similar. All right. Picture like a closed circuit.
Okay.
That is like a thin oval. Okay. But what it is like these are.
I'm just imagining the new Apple building, like the new Apple campus.
Okay, but it is an elevator, and so what happens is it's like this big like chain, like a bike chain. Think of it maybe like vertically, and it's constantly spinning.
Oh.
And there's rooms that go down.
Okay.
And then like the way that it works is that you don't press a button; it's constantly moving, and you just have to step into it, and then it like takes you down, and then you get out. There's a name for it. So
the only way that I like this is
Yeah.
if the actual car of the elevator
Yeah.
does turn 360 degrees around on its, and you're kind of like,
wish.
yeah.
Regrettably, it only does like, it gets to the bottom and does like a horizontal movement where it's like, it gets to the bottom and moves horizontally and then it comes up again.
Yeah, no, I want the room to actually be stationary, and as it kind of like goes through, it like twists around.
That
and
would be
like,
awesome.
Crawling.
I guess like
up the
a Ferris
walls.
wheel, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah,
the real
yeah,
version, but
yeah.
I do like your version. Now, here's the question for you because I just looked it up.
Okay, great.
What is this contraption called?
Do you
want a hint?
Yeah, I do.
Latin.
Latin.
Yeah.
That's not a helpful hint.
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably called like the I'm thinking of like permavator, but I'm sure it's just like
That's
some
like
some word
like
for
that.
oscillation.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Paternoster.
Paternoster.
Paternoster. That means our father.
That's the most ominous possible name.
Now, I have...
Please enter the Our Father. Please
Going up.
step carefully into the Our Father. Do not miss.
So I think that there's like obviously like a fun narrative reason why that is, because it's obviously like murderous and you pray forever. But I assume that it's like a rosary bead. You know, you constantly you pull that, it goes down. You know,
but
what
even
I mean?
with the rosary, I feel like you're saying more Hail Marys.
As
a
so
Catholic scholar.
I was going to say I'm a
no,
Jewish
there's Our
person.
Fathers on there.
Sometimes you toss one on
Well, there's like a beaded
the
system.
playlist.
It is literally like a playlist.
Wow.
I think they gotta add hot new prayers to the playlist of the rosary.
And hot new prayers. Give me a trap beat. Give me a JPEG Mafia type prayer.
give me a Chance the Rapper type prayer to add to my prayer playlist.
Let's clip the audio
I
for
love
sure.
God. I have a question for you.
Okay, sure.
Where should we put all the slides?
Well, outdoors is the obvious answer.
Are you sure?
Absolutely not. Now that you're talking, now I'm thinking about it. I think there should be like, we're talking about like locomotive magic. I think a slide is locomotive magic.
Yeah,
I think
totally
a slide
agree.
absolutely
I totally
gets you from
agree.
place to place. When I was a kid, and this is relevant.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, you would think, as a kid, I would go on a slide, so it is relevant. There was a place called Kids Concepts.
Wait, before we talk about what this actually is, what is a kid concept?
A kid concept is juice box for breakfast. A kid concept is eating a bug. A kid concept is having a good one. Those are only kids can have those kinds of
I think that a kid concept is too much ice cream.
That's all it
that's the
is.
kid
Too much
concept.
ice cream. That is a kid concept.
Think about being a kid and ice cream. As an adult, I rarely think about ice cream. I rarely want ice cream.
Gotcha.
As a kid, you even said the word ice cream around me.
And
I
you
was
were done.
at a
You were
laser
out for the
focus
count.
on ice cream.
Absolutely. Now I'm doing a little search because I want to get the name. Kids Concepts was hilariously a related concept, but not the actual place. Kids Concept did burn down, which is hilarious. And I'm about to tell you what a Kids Concept actually is. It's an indoor playground.
Oh, okay,
so like there's
okay,
a big climbing gym and like they have like
okay,
games
okay,
and rock climbing walls and stuff like that.
Okay, wait, again, before we move on,
yeah.
did you ever get in one of those like big climbing gyms and like just fantasize as a child about like, I'm never leaving this fucking
Oh my
climbing
God, I
gym?
love those fucking
Like,
things.
this
No,
is
I
me
love
now.
that shit. That shit rules. I mean, you just like, you get to go up in the room. You get to like clamber around. There's like fun, like stuffed, like, like things to climb. And it's like, it's amazing. It's such a cool
Something
thing.
about really just kind of like
Just getting up
crawling
in
on
there.
all fours through a
my
climbing
God.
thing, just connected with something.
Dude,
it's feral
primal.
inside
It's
of
real.
me.
It's
I was
super
like,
real.
Oh, like here, like I need to do this.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
No.
okay, yeah.
No, but my point is, so it wasn't Kids Concept specifically, but it was a related thing. It had a slide that like this was at the very top of like a tall mall building.
Okay.
And it had a slide that left the building. It like had a hole carved in the wall, and it like went outside and it curved around, and there was a window where you could like look down into the parking lot. And then it slid back inside.
No.
It was closed. I want to say that it's closed.
No,
It's
it's
like a tube.
That would have stressed me out more than
my
anything
God.
else.
I mean, and okay, so here's the thing. As a kid, I feel like my perception of reality was really fluid. There were times where I was like abnormally brave and times where I was an absolute coward. I made my father take me out of Spy Kids 1. It was too scary.
that's real. That's real.
On the other hand, this slide was nothing to me. I would get in the slide and like put my hands and feet in it and stop and just look out the window. And like kids would come down and like crash into me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it was nuts.
Oh
and like
my
I was just sitting there, I
God.
was like, this is so cool. I'm like outside.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, that's an absolute yes.
Two things with this. First of all, I was too scared of Spy Kids 3 at first.
I never saw Spy Kids 3. I mean, I saw it with you at age 22.
We of course caught up.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I remember when I same drive-in as before with Over the Hedge. We went to see Spy Kids 3, and I was too scared to get 3D glasses. And then it started, and I was like, "Mom, I need your 3D glasses," and she had to watch it with like analog graphics, which was shitty of me. But no, yeah, that absolutely not. No, absolutely not. That immediately in my head, that like plexiglass shield is going to immediately break.
Well, it's not like glass bottom. It is like plastic. You know, it's like a thick slide type of plastic. You know, you ever do like a curly Q slide and like
yeah, of course.
It's the same thing but larger and kind of out the building and back in.
I instantly would have. Not only would that slide have splintered open, I would have been slow motion tumbling for 45 fucking minutes to my immediate death on the hard
instant
concrete,
demise,
baking like a fucking
death.
egg in the sun.
Wow. That's intense.
Yeah.
I did not think that way at all.
Oh,
I wanted to hang out. I wanted to fly and float around and take a look. So I guess the
idea of you just like all four limbs just like post.
No, literally exactly.
It's hilarious to me.
Yeah. Oh, I was super agile. I was quick as hell. No, I was cool. Not anymore. But at the time, anyway. So I guess what I'm trying to say, and obviously this is awesome. Imagine like a whole society built around the slide. Imagine like every building in your neighborhood connected by a slide or like a lifted walkway. And here's what I'm going to say to you. And you know I was going to say this for our fourth intellectual reference of the podcast.
No, yeah, we covered a lot of ground with Over the Hedge. So there was like a zigzag bit. You honestly don't want to hear it. We're just going to move on.
This is Situation as Praxis.
Okay, yeah,
Put in the fucking air horn. You are forwarding a new idea about what space can be and what transportation can be. It's like exciting. And to me, it's cool. So where I think a slide belongs, to answer your question, is in the political imagination.
Okay, sick. Let me offer a slight revision though.
Okay.
Moving walkways everywhere.
Absolutely not. A moving walkway it's reactionary, it's counter-revolutionary.
Why?
Because I said so. I don't know.
All right,
let me think about it. I'll tell you, I'll give you a good reason. I think that like, you know what it does is it's just another type of alienation. It's like, you know, I could be moving my arms and legs. Who gets to go on a moving walkway in our society?
People at the airport.
People at the airport. You gotta have some money to go on, you know?
That's very true.
So if we're talking like a utopia where there's moving walkway into a slide and you just like on either side of you, there's slides going in different directions and like this moving walkway, like you can look down, you can just peer down and you can see the parking lot and you can see the whole city and you just slide all the way down into your office that has a weird elevator. This is a society that I would love to live in.
That's
extremely
really
exciting.
Whimsical.
That's a society that isn't like oriented around your work. This is a society that's like organized around your leisure, around your pleasure, around your ability to like have magic in your life. That's a new kind of magic. That's what I'm into.
That is locomotive magic.
Thank you for this question.
A moving walkway, I think, is locomotive magic. But I like the idea where moving walkways are not optional. Right. Everyone's on a moving walkway anywhere they're going.
Just please let me get off. I have to take a bath.
Or like to even like stay in the same
hallway. It's just a loud moving walkway. I have to pee, and you have to like ride it all the way around.
I just like the idea of going that fast all the time. To me, that's so funny.
Okay.
Imagine people walking outside and it's a moving walkway, and they are fucking cruising down the path.
Just having a great time and taking a look. I mean, like, that is cool, but it's not, you know, there's an element of that to me of like not having control.
That's what I like about it.
That's what you like.
Yeah. I like that you must be moving.
You must be on this moving walkway. Yeah. No, okay. Why aren't there like more? I guess the question is like, okay, today we talked about the political imaginary. Where? I mean, why do they have to be just in airports? Where else could they be?
I think definitely, you know, the street outside of our apartment.
Well, I mean, you know, that is political imaginary. I'm talking like a real life application for if you are in charge of the moving walkway company, you're working for Escalator Corp. Okay. And you are like, okay, the airport has had a monopoly on our brand for too long. Where are you putting a moving walkway?
Train station. You get off the escalator and it just keeps you going.
Okay.
All the way into the train.
Now what I'm imagining is a train so long, kind of slow, that you can just, I mean, it's basically the paternoster, that it's just constantly looping around like this miles long track and you just step on and step off.
I like the idea of a moving walkway. It sort of like hurls you into the train, and if the train's not there, you need to really get off fast. It's going to hurl you onto the tracks.
So like a bullet train without seatbelts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, I just like the idea of getting hurled by the ground.
Absolutely.
To me, that's very silly.
No, I see that. Yeah. I think the perfect place for a moving walkway is in the middle of a football field where a game is being played.
Or just the track around a field. It's just constantly
just making noise.
Yeah,
those things are loud, dude.
Loud as fuck.
Real loud.
The moving walkway is coming to an end.
But it's just the entire football game.
No, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Say Hyperlink.
Hello.
We're at about an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I think we just like the moving walkway of the ground, time is the moving walkway that you and I can't get off.
That's true. And it's kind of beautiful that way.
Yeah.
I love to hurtle forward with no clue where I'm going.
Whoop. That's what sounded me hurtling forward.
You're hurtling right now.
It's like, whew, you know what I mean?
I can see your speed.
Oh,
the speed lines coming off it.
Speed lines.
The sheer, it's beautiful.
Okay, well, this is great.
All right. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you for asking me questions.
Thank you, everyone else, for just, being inflicted with our
Inflicted
words.
is the right word.
Absolutely.
Okay,
this is an infliction podcast.
We're not calling it.
We're not calling that. That is pretty funny. Anyway, sorry. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you.